What is good, everybody? Today we are back with brand new WWE action figure news for you, man, and we are coming up on the precipice of WrestleMania 41 live in Las Vegas, Nevada, man. Coming up in a few weeks here, we're going to be out there covering all of the figure news, touring around. It's going to be really awesome. Can't wait for it. I think it's going to be a very enjoyable time. Can't wait to see some of you guys out there. If you're going to WrestleMania 41 or going to be in the Las Vegas area for everything, let me know down in the comment section below. But today, man, we're going to get into some wrestling action figure leaks or just some things that came across my dashboard here, and I wanted to discuss them, talk about them, and I had, one or two in the lineup, and then I found some more and stuff like that, so I thought they were really interesting, so I wanted to break it down and talk to you about it. So I want to give a huge shout out to my man Wrestling Fridge on Instagram, because he's kind of the one that I found these from, and I think one of them was on eBay or something like that, to my knowledge. But let's just get into it, man. We'll break it all down, and we'll discuss everything, man. You guys can let me know your thoughts on these, and of course, these are, I don't know, though, we're going to have to do some investigations into this, and we'll just see how everything plays out. So, of course, everything's subject to change. Maybe these aren't coming out. You can let me know what you think of all this down in the comment section below, man. But let's talk about this one right here. First up, we do have a wrestling figure shirt. Now, if we take a look at this, it does look to be a Mattel shirt. It has kind of that same stylization that we've come to know from Mattel, especially in the Ultimate Edition line, the non-Velcro, things like that. But if you look closely, this does look to be a Triple H shirt from around 2001, 2002 here. And if you get in there, you can kind of see what it is here. And this is one of his iconic shirts. This is a shirt that was very recognizable in the early 2000s here. When I see the shirt, I think of Two-Man Power Trip, or shortly after, shortly before, around that same time frame, around 2001, 2002. And what's interesting about that is, we've already had two Ultimate Editions from around this era, right? So would they do a Triple H again from around that era? The only thing, I have like a few different things here. So, of course, you have the first Ultimate Edition Triple H. This is way back in Series 3. This is before it had butterfly joints. This is when he had the really ripped up torso. I liked the figure, but it had so many different things you could have improved on. But that was a Triple H that I wanted forever, especially the gear and moment and everything like that. So, fast forward, they did a Greatest Hits version from that figure, and it was the exact same figure. They didn't change anything about the figure. They didn't add butterfly joints. They didn't do anything like that. And then, of course, we do know that we've had multiple Triple H's, right? You had the Fan Takeover in the DX. We had the Walmart exclusive Monday Night Wars Ultimate Edition, which I think is the best Ultimate Edition Triple H, in the Game Over shirt, which was really damn cool. Liked that figure a lot. I thought it was damn good. I like that Ultimate a ton. I think it's a very good figure. And on that figure, it also features a shirt similar to this one, from around that same time frame, things like that. And that's another gear that I really wanted and things. So there's a couple things here. It's like, is this shirt supposed to be a Greatest Hits Triple H, and they're redoing the Monday Night Wars one, and they're just going to change up the gear and change up the shirt slightly? Or is this going to be a part of some Two-Man Power Trip 2-pack of some kind? Is this going to be an Elite 2-pack with Stone Cold and Triple H? Are we going to get, just a redo, are we going to get another Triple H Ultimate Edition down the line? Is this going to be put in the Legends line? I could see them doing Triple H in the Legends line, changing up the gear slightly, giving them the Intercontinental Championship, things like that. Are they going to try to redo the defining moments in a certain way and just change the shirt, because he did, wear this shirt with the same jacket or jean jacket that we've come to know with Triple H, the iconic jacket and, denim that he wore? Are they going to do that same thing and then, just change up a few accessories, things like this? We did see that figure re-released in the SummerSlam line, or at least the Iron Cross trunks, right? Had the, the wrong head sculpt and, different things like that, which we've touched on. But I don't know. This is certainly an interesting thing. I look forward to seeing if this is actually going to release. Maybe this is a shirt that they were going to put out and they ended up not, and then, they just ended up on eBay, or it ended up around. And, this thing happens from time to time. This happened with the Ultimate Edition Series 10 John Cena, but we ended up getting the shirt. It just wasn't, non-Velcro. So, I don't know. We haven't seen this shirt in the Mattel line before. So, that's where it's kind of interesting. It's like, is this going to come out? Is this something down the line? Is this, there's a lot of things up in the air here, but I thought it was interesting. I'd love to know where you stand right here. I don't think we know of a Triple H coming down the line, at least to my knowledge, in terms of Ultimate Edition or Elite, in like a specific future wave or something, but thought this was interesting. This is definitely a shirt I've wanted from Mattel, a look I've wanted from Mattel for Triple H, but we'll have to see exactly how it all plays out. But this is interesting. Very, very interesting here. But I think the next one is even more interesting. We have another t-shirt shown off here, and this is going to be John Cena. And if you look at this right here, this is the attire or the shirt and hat that he did wear when he announced his farewell tour. He announced that this would be his last year with WWE. I think this was back in the summer of 2024, which would kind of line line up with a figure releasing, especially if this is a prototype or an early sort of deal here. This figure would probably be coming out around May, June, something like that. We don't even know. This figure's not even announced yet. So I imagine we'll probably see this attire on display at WrestleMania 41 at the Superstore. And this looks to be some sort of probably top picks or mainline elite figure. And I'm sure in 2025, we're going to get a ton of Cena's. We already know that Cena is getting a collector's edition figure in every single WWE Elite Wave that we get this year. So that is going to be very interesting. I mean, I'm a massive Cena guy, so I'm of course going to be over the moon about that, seeing what gears they select. Is this going to be a future collector's edition, which we've, known about, and, they're going to be plugging into every line? Is this going to be a top picks? Is this going to be a main elite line? Is this going to be another Ultimate Edition? I think that would be kind of crazy, to be honest with you, especially off the heels of his last Ultimate in the light blue gear, of course. Then we did have the Fan Takeover Ultimate that's coming later, and then, this one would be another one. But I feel like there'd probably be more accessories leaked of this, like maybe a towel or something like that, but they could, of course, this could just be a couple pieces from it, but it does look to be official. It has the, the white inside, non-Velcro. Last time is now with the door on the back. Not my favorite look here. It's got the, the Farewell John Cena 2025 tour deal, so this looks to be official. This looks to be official. It doesn't look custom made or anything, so we'll have to see, but is this going to be a top pick Cena? Is this going to be something else? We will have to find out, but I'm hyped for it. I think this is a figure we will see at WrestleMania, and the Triple H could be a figure we see at WrestleMania, right? This could be a new Ultimate or new Elite, something like that, shown off on display at the Superstore, so we'll have to, of course, play that by ear. But then we have this one, and this one's very, very interesting here. This was posted up again, and this looks to be, if you look at this jacket, this robe, whatever, this entrance style deal, it looks to be an Ilja Dragunov entrance jacket. Now, if we go back to the first Ilja Dragunov, we know that it wasn't the best figure. It was Elite 96. It was a solid figure. Head sculpt looked nothing like him, but as a first-time figure, it wasn't the worst I've ever seen. The head sculpt wasn't good at all, but, it was what it was. Then we got the Elite 114 hitting a lot of retail shelves right now. It's been on Amazon for a while, been on Ringside forever. This is a really good Ilja Dragunov. I want to say that it cracked the top 10 of my WWE Elites of last year. I do want to say that this figure did crack my top 10 last year, if I'm not mistaken. So this was a really good Ilja Dragunov. But if we look at this is not the same pattern that is featured on the Elite 114. If you look at the Elite 114, it has a specific pattern on it. Then if you look at his first figure, it has a specific pattern on it. And I did my best to find this figure, man. I could not find this figure whatsoever. And when I say find this figure, I mean find this jacket. I looked at different images of Ilja Dragunov. I looked through his different catalog, and I could be wrong. Maybe you guys could find it. Maybe somebody out there knows the exact event that he wore this. But I looked around and could not find any image references to this gear. It was always one of two different robes or jackets that he wore. And it does kind of favor the jacket that we got on the Elite 114. So it's completely plausible that maybe they messed up the figure and they redid it, and this is just one of those leftover deals here that they had to slightly change. But I feel like that would be random and kind of crazy that they would, get it that wrong. It looks to be something that they tried to replicate. So I don't know where this came from. I don't know what gear this is or what event that he was wearing this at. But if you guys can do the, maybe you guys could find it and I couldn't find it. But this is very interesting. But that Elite 114 figure is really good. So this begs the question, does this mean that we're going to get some sort of top picks Ilja Dragunov? Or are they going to put him in another elite line? Are we going to get a brand new Ilja? I feel like his Elite 114, when first of all just hit retail, it's a very good figure. And as a top picks, I guess he could serve as a top picks, but I don't know. I feel like he doesn't necessarily fit into the top picks line in comparison to other talents they put in there, but I could be wrong, of course. I could absolutely be wrong on that. And to be fair, I do like the original Elite 114. Not only is it more accurate, I just think that it looks better in my opinion. But is this a new Ilja Dragunov Elite? Could this be a figure that we see at WrestleMania, things like that? Now, at WrestleMania, I don't know if they're going to be doing a panel or anything like that. I guess that remains up in the air. Last year they didn't necessarily do a panel. They just did a sit-down talk with CM Punk, and then they revealed like 2 or 3 CM Punks down the line. They didn't even announce the Ultimate Edition that was coming later, and then at Comic-Con they just had the Ultimate Edition kind of sitting out there. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see, but yeah, the Ilja Dragunov came in at number 8 of my top 25 WWE Elites of 2024 video, which is kind of crazy because that feels like forever ago, man. I mean, we're almost 4 months into the year, and we don't even have Elite Series 117 in hand, so we haven't seen that many Elite figures released just yet, and that set is just now hitting retail, so that kind of tells you, the importance or how much big of a jump you get when you order from Ringside Collectibles. If you get these figures when they first drop, you're paying for that convenience, and you get those figures in hand first and things like that, but yeah, man, I mean, this is interesting, very interesting. But one thing I wanted to cover before we get out of here is there was also this leaked prototype figure of the Sammy Guevara from the golf cart pack. Now, this is forever old, okay? This is from a very long time ago. I mean, we're looking at like 5 years ago or something like that this set was teased, right? I think I even did a news video 5 years ago or so about Jazwares teasing the potential of a golf cart, stadium stampede set, right? With Sammy Guevara and everything. But then, wasn't it last year at Comic-Con, they did on the panel, I was there at the Jazwares panel, and they show off the Matt Hardy with all these figures here, and they showed it off, and they were talking about how it's still coming down the line here, and we still haven't had really any updates, any announcements, but there are prototypes here. You can see the Sammy Guevara figure. It's got the Gene mold. It's got the CM Punk, ringside exclusive shoes on it. It looks to be a very posable Sammy Guevara here. It's got the Unmatched Series 5 head sculpt, which is kind of crazy, but some of these older molds and older figures here, but I still think this is a set that people would love. Iconic moment, very cool pack and set, reminds me of the Jax days and stuff. Getting the golf cart and everything would be absolutely incredible. But yeah, this is a prototype, or some sort of leaked figure here that this is a prototype. This is a prototype of the Sammy Guevara from the set, but we still haven't got any updates on the set or anything like that. So it'd be so crazy to see this figure listed on eBay, and then we don't even have any announcements really besides the render shots that we saw. So maybe this is something we'll get in the summer. Maybe this is something that we'll get an update on as we approach Comic-Con. Maybe this will be something that we see on display at Comic-Con that goes up for order on Jazwares Vault. I don't know. We haven't really had any updates on this, but I thought that it was very interesting to break down and everything like that. But the figure does look solid and everything. I think that you're paying more for the gimmick of it and the golf cart and everything like that. I'm still hyped for it. I think it's cool. It's just crazy that it has been, I think, over 5 years now that we got this figure set kind of announced to us and things like that, which is just insane. I think, to my knowledge, am I not insane? I want to say that was the case, but nonetheless, man, that is all of the figure news / leaks that we had here, man. Very interested to see what the developments are of all of this. I think if I had to throw a Hail Mary out there, I would think that this is some sort of Legends Triple H Elite, and they're going to put him in the Legends Elite line. I know we did get one not too long ago, but I could see them doing that. I guess this could be like a 2-pack, like a 2-man Power Trip 2-pack, which would be really cool. I think people would buy an Austin and Triple H, featuring the world title, featuring the Intercontinental title. Maybe the Austin will have, the similar 01 style look with the, the Austin 316 shirt and the black, orange, and red with the jorts, with the WWF Championship, throw the watch in there. I think it would make for a really cool set. And then as far as the Farewell Tour John Cena, this looks to be like a top picks for me. I think this is going to be a top picks John Cena. Comes with a red shirt. It'll just be a repaint of one of his others, right? It'll be a repaint of the greatest hits. It'll be a repaint of, some of these other Cenas we've gotten over the last few years. And they may give it a brand new head sculpt. I don't know. We'll have to play all that by ear, but thought all this was interesting. I'd love to know what you guys think of all this down in the comment section below. Where are your heads at? What do you think? What do you think of all this? I think the greatest mystery is the Ilja Dragunov jacket, though, because I have no idea. I couldn't find it. And maybe it's not for Ilja Dragunov, but it is not. Is it not the exact same jacket? Am I maybe somebody knows something that I don't? I don't know about all that, but you can let me know all those things down in the comment section below. It's got like a floral pattern on it, but nonetheless, man, that is going to pretty much wrap up the news video for today. I hope you guys did enjoy. Again, if you're going to be out at WrestleMania 41, man, let me know. Coming up on a couple weeks here, and it's going to be time. It's kind of crazy. It feels like time flies. It feels like yesterday we were in Philly for WrestleMania 40, and now it is already time for WrestleMania 41. But I'm getting the hell out, man. Hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know all of your thoughts on this down in the comment section below, man. But huge shout out to our Patreon members as well. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you guys so very much for your support as always. But I'm getting the hell out. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one. I'll catch you guys later.